So my heart's pretty much in my stomach right now, guys. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. Oh, no. Hey fellow Force users and fellow clickers, what is up? It's Jasmine, the AhsokaTanoFan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, it is time for episode 2 of season 2 of The Last of Us, and today I am rocking an Abby inspired look from the game. And for those of you who haven't played the game, if you're wondering what the golf club is, it's just one of Abby's melee weapons in the game. So guys, I am pretty excited. I don't know if that's the word. Excited, on edge, very much anticipating tonight's episode, this week's episode. I do think it's going to be a big one, especially judging from the previews. I think I'm both ready and not ready, to be honest with you. I think we're going to be in for quite a wild ride. But before we get into episode 2, I did want to talk a little bit about episode 1 again. I do feel a little bit differently than I did when I did my reaction video to it last week. There certainly were additions to the episode that I like that the game didn't have. For example, Joel and Dina's relationship. That's not something we got to see in the game. But there were a couple criticisms I would say I have, having thought about it more. One thing is, I really don't like how Joel and Ellie are on such bad terms off the bat without an explanation. And obviously if you play the games, you know like what's going on. But if you haven't, it's very kind of unexpected and jarring, you could say. We watched them throughout the course of the first season develop such a close relationship, very much like father-daughter, and then all of a sudden now she's not talking to him, she's barely addressing him. When he came into her room, she had her back turned to him. And then of course we had the whole dance scene where she kind of yelled at him and swore at him, and it's very kind of off-putting in a way. And I think that in this particular instance, the game did this part better, where they started it off with Ellie and Joel being actually on decent terms, and it wasn't until later in the game that you see a couple rough patches they had along the way. Whereas I feel like the way they did it in the show right off the bat, with Ellie being so mean towards Joel without an explanation, it kind of makes her unlikable. I know people who watched it who haven't played the games, and they're all saying like, what is up with Ellie? Why is she acting like such a little brat? Yeah, like with the game doing it that way, it kind of left you more open as a viewer and as a player to figuring out more about the relationship as the game progressed, rather than everything just being so negative off the bat. The other thing I didn't really so much like was how Ellie was behaving on patrols. Now, Ellie in both the show and the game is supposed to be older. I would expect that over this time, Ellie would become more mature and she would take things like patrols seriously. But in the show, it wasn't really like that. Her and Dina both were actually not taking it seriously. They were kind of joking around, and Ellie even struggled with taking down one stalker, and she ended up getting bit at the end of it all. If she weren't immune, she would have been dead right then and there. But then supposedly by Dina's own words, she said that her and Ellie have taken out a lot of infected before. But I don't know why, I just didn't really feel that from the way they handled that patrol. They did not seem to have the level of experience that they claimed to have. And she picked up the bottle, and what does she do? She throws it towards the clicker and then walks over the bottle. And like anybody who's played the game knows, like the whole point of throwing the bottle is so that you draw the clicker away from your position towards the sound source. That's something that Ellie should know, given all the years that have passed and given the fact that she should be more mature and capable by now. Now, game Ellie and Dina, on the other hand, are both, I would say, a lot more mature. And when it came to the patrol scene especially, they handled it really well. They cleared probably close to a dozen infected from what I remember. They were very stealth about it. They were serious. They were not joking around the way that our Ellie and Dina in the show are. If you know where Ellie's story is going, there are going to be certain things she has to do and things she goes through that really she needs to be serious for. Anyways, we're still like the first episode in. There's still definitely room for growth. But anyways, guys, those are pretty much my thoughts regarding episode 1. I'm still super stoked to watch the rest of the season, and especially this week's episode. So without further ado, guys, let's golf our way into episode 2 of season 2 of The Last of Us and check out what's in store for us. I feel pretty on edge right now, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, are we at the hospital right now? We are, but they changed the alarm sound. Interesting.
He's dead.
Who said that? Oh. That's a nice twist. They had her recalling that in a dream. That would explain why in the game she has trouble sleeping sometimes. Probably what she's thinking about.
Oh, shit. It's a city, Abs.
They're seeming like they don't want to go.
Yeah, I thought they were from little generators like we used at the fob.
I'll take the next watch.
Where's the spot?
Okay, so I'm guessing that when Abby goes and takes the watch, she'll encounter the horde that's coming, probably.
Hey. Wow, you look like
Jesse. Okay, so they did put this part.
You had quite the night after I left.
Ah.
She kissed me. It was just Dina being Dina.
Just talking about some fight you had with Seth. You kissed her. We've been broken up 1 week and you made a move on her?
I didn't make
Seriously?
do that.
I'm screwing with you, man. I already know. I don't care. Come on,
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy that they included that part from the game.
it's kind of fucked up you did that, though.
Yes. Okay, I'm happy now.
You know what? No offense, man. I'm gonna do my patrol with Joel. A little bit better now, okay?
As of when? Because last night
Yeah, I
I
know what happened last night. Can you shut the fuck?
Man, she's still kind of triggered, eh?
My shit with Joel is complicated. Don't stop talking about us, worrying about us, and thinking about us. All right?
But it's kind of hard for them not to talk about it, Ellie, when you call them out like that in front of everyone. Okay, so is Seth gonna apologize here?
Seth, you have something to say?
So last night I obviously had a few too many.
He was drinking too much. He's sorry.
I shouldn't have said it. Made you two some sandwiches if you're going out there. They're steak.
Oh, she's not emotionally moved. But that was actually a pretty good apology, though.
You be safe out there.
Ellie, man, come on. But at least he apologized. Okay, so now we're getting Ellie and Jesse on patrol. Interesting.
Nah, it'll just be up in the mountains.
Fucking hope so. 10 seconds in, I already can't feel my ass.
She's funnier this episode so far. So you could tell that her and Joel are on better terms because of how much lighter her mood is compared to last episode. I know the Canadian cold is hard to deal with, eh? Take it from me, a Canadian. She hears horses. Wait, is that gonna be Dina and Joel? She sees, or Ellie and Jesse? I'm guessing Dina and Joel. Let me see. I can't really see though. Oh man, I'm like so on the edge of my seat right now, guys.
Go find Amy in the radio room. Tell her to crank the signal. Call all the patrols back.
So then, are Ellie and Jesse gonna smoke weed? Yeah, the weed lab.
Am I fucking hallucinating?
Maybe.
No, but you will if you smoke one of those.
How'd you know about this place?
Eugene.
Okay. So Jesse's the one that worked with Eugene. In the game, it was Dina. So Eugene was a firefly. Is that one of the reasons why Joel killed him somehow?
It was a raw deal. Joel having to put him down.
I bet you Ellie didn't know that, or did she?
End up going out like that.
Maybe he got infected, I'm thinking.
What are you gonna do? Couldn't be saved.
That's what it was, 100%. Oh, but Ellie's thinking of her immunity now, and now she's feeling survivor's guilt. Oh, man. She's gonna end up falling. Damn. Oh. Yup. Wait. Is that the body of infected right there? I saw something in the ground. Yes. Oh, man. That would be enough to make me turn the hell back. It's moving. Or is there someone underneath, something underneath him? Just like that episode from last season, right? When they all came out the ground. I would run if I were you, Abby. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. This is insane. Thank God for the ladder. I'm actually kind of rooting for Abby here, even though I haven't forgotten her intentions. I remember this from the game. You're playing as Abby here, and you're trying to make it through this part of the fence. Does one of them grab her hat? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. People with claustrophobia are gonna have a tough time watching this. That's gonna be Joel to watch.
Run! Run!
Maybe she'll feel differently now that he saved her and actually turn back like her friend said. The question is, are they gonna go back to Jackson or are they gonna go to Abby's hideout?
Where did you come from? The mountain. My friends are holed up in a lodge halfway up the mountain. Not far.
Oh my god, guys. So Dina and Joel are going to where Abby's friends are. So my heart's pretty much in my stomach right now, guys.
Joel, answer the goddamn radio!
Maybe, well, I wonder if Tommy will go to look for him. Oh, but he has to stay back and defend Jackson. Meanwhile, Jesse and Ellie just chilling, about to get high.
I'm taking this with me.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. And as much weed as I can shove into my tap.
Nope.
Dude, you're gonna be in charge of Jackson one day. We all know, but that day has not yet come.
I'm on Ellie's side there. Oh no.
Amy, come back.
Oh my gosh. Two of the people Ellie cares about most, they can't get in contact with. Are they gonna find the... Yes. And he's gonna warn them.
No, we gotta go faster!
I know! I'm trying!
I hope Abby changes her mind, man. He's helping you right now. It doesn't stop. They just keep coming. This is insane. Like, this is absolutely crazy. Like, look at all of that. Like, what the... Man. I think this part might have even been more intense than in the game. Like, there's so much more of them. He can see them.
Tommy!
This is fucking chilling, man. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight, guys. This episode is just gonna be in my mind. Is anybody else getting like Game of Thrones White Walker vibes from this episode? Except they obviously move much faster than the White Walkers.
Dinosaur infected!
Infected! 5 minutes out!
Follow the plan. I'll take the groups. You take Main Street.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is fucking crazy. Oh. You're feeling tension from both parts of the story. The infected coming to Jackson, and then you're worried about Joel and Dina, and whether Ellie and Jesse are gonna find them. Like, oh my gosh. This is really about to be the best episode of The Last of Us ever, including from last season. How do they even... What do they even do, man? You need fire.
Go! Push!
They gotta shoot the explosives. Or shoot the gasoline. But then, damn, they're gonna need to get more after all this. Good plan, good plan. I like this plan a lot. Oh my god, this is insane. That's the only way to deal with them. I hope they have more of those. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What a fantastic episode.
I have to go back.
We won't make it.
If I don't make it, I don't make it.
We're almost there. It's like a minute.
No, Joel, listen to your gut instinct, man. They're doing pretty well. Oh, they're running away. Smart infected. Smart. Oh, because of the bloater. Because of the bloater. That's why they're running away. Oh. Or they're running towards the bloater, maybe. You hear him. There he is. Bloater's gonna break right through that thing. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. They gotta get rid of these guys. They gotta get rid of them. They're running. You're gonna leave Tommy there by himself? And the other guy? Oh, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. This is nuts. Oh my goodness. Go, Maria. Take them out. Take them out. He needs to save that for the bloater, though. Oh my god, no. Now he's going to start a fire. Oh no. This is insane. Wait. Tommy's not... Is he gonna, like, sacrifice himself to save Maria? Why are they kind of hinting at that right now? Oh no, he's trying to draw the bloater away. That's a real husband there. Oh man. Take him out, Tommy. Take him out with the blowtorch. With the flamethrower. I wonder if she's gonna go help. Tommy, just be careful, Maria. He's right there. It's so chilling how you can hear him before he comes. You saw his reflection there in the glass. Go, Tommy. Get him. Get him. Keep just like that. Now you just need someone else to shoot him. He's getting him, though. He's getting him good. Now run. Dodge. Don't get into a corner, though. I'm really worried for Tommy right now. Maria's gonna come and save him, I bet you. She's gonna save him right now. No, Tommy, come on. No, Tommy, no, Tommy. He's slowing down. Go around him. Run around him. Maria, come on. Oh, he just died. Yes, Tommy. That's how it's done. Oh. So just a side note, that's why in the game you want to very much be careful with your supplies. When you have a flamethrower or a Molotov, you want to save it for those guys because that's what kills them. The thing is that now a lot of their residents are going to get infected. Then they're going to have more to deal with. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. Shit, the poor dogs. Who let the dogs out? Maria did. The dogs are doing pretty well.
Inside! Inside!
Oh my goodness. I really don't have a good feeling right now. I don't know. What's Abby gonna think now that they saved her, though? That's my question. She's saying to help them.
Easy. We're gonna raise your body temperature up slowly.
She's cold as hell. Don't ask too many questions, Nina.
Jump on this.
Oh shit.
Her name's Dina. And he is Joel.
And now they know he can't reach anyone.
Joel.
Oh my god. After all that, are you fucking kidding me?
Fireflies.
This is going to put you to sleep for 1 hour. That is all. I promise.
Oh my god. But poor Dina, that's gonna be the last thing she sees it for the next hour. And
I'm gonna give you one chance to tell the truth, Joel. I'll let her live.
Wait, Abby.
Shut up!
Abby's just changing the plan as she's going along.
I saved your life.
What life?
What a bitch! No.
Tourniquet him.
Look at her friends.
Let's just do what we came to do.
They're horrified at her, man. Oh my god, Joel. Oh my god. Oh, I feel sick, guys. I feel sick.
You're tough.
Why do I feel like Abby's more sadistic in the show?
18 soldiers and 1 doctor.
Where's Ellie, man? I need Ellie to come. Or Jesse.
That was my dad.
So she told him the reason.
And then you just walked right past his body and out the door.
Out the door with Ellie. You forgot that part. Your dad was about to kill Ellie. Is Joel gonna apologize, or is he gonna say that iconic badass line?
Why don't you say whatever speech you got rehearsed? Get this over with.
We don't kill people that can't defend themselves.
But she's not gonna honor that code.
But I am going to kill you.
Screw you, girl. Screw you.
It doesn't matter if you have a code like me.
Oh, this was in the trailer.
Or you're a lawless piece of shit like you. There are just some things are just fucking wrong.
No. Not the golf club, guys. I guess I better bring it out. I think I dislike Abby more in the show than in the game. I can't believe I'm going to say that, but...
I have waited
No,
so...
just shut the fuck up and do it already.
Straight up, Joel. Straight up. Oh my god. No.
You stupid old man. You don't get to rush this.
What a bitch, man. Straight up. Even her friends don't want to look at her. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Here comes Ellie. Here she comes. Oh, I feel like sick right now. Go slowly. Slow and stealth, Ellie. Slow and stealth, girl. Go. No. Yes, get him. No. Oh my gosh, no.
Joel, get up.
Oh my gosh, no, guys.
Joel, get up.
They're really about to kill him right now.
Fucking get up!
He's trying to.
No.
Did she break the golf club?
Please don't do it, please.
Oh my god.
Don't.
No. Oh Oh no. Oh my gosh, no, man. Oh, that hurts. I feel sick.
I'm gonna kill you! You're all gonna fucking die!
Oh my god, leave Ellie alone. Leave Ellie alone. Oh my gosh. Oh, they actually killed him off. Like, I knew this was coming, but still. Oh my god. No, Joel. She's gonna try and take it out from his neck. Maybe she could put your hand on his neck. Maybe she could save him. No, there's no going back. It's done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're playing Through the Valley. It's Ashley Johnson. Ellie's actress. Oh my gosh. There comes Jesse. Oh, he got bit. Oh my gosh. Wait till he finds out about Joel. Oh my god. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Do they have his body? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need a bit of time to process actually before I start my review. Man, fuck this golf club. Why did I even have it in the video? Alright guys, so I had to take a few minutes to just think and process what I just watched. First of all, I want to start off by saying I think that was an absolutely fantastic episode. I think I would give it a 10 out of 10. Granted, sometimes after a few days of reflection, I feel differently about episodes I've watched, but right now, I think that was amazing. And I'm hurting right now. I'm definitely hurting. I'm not going to be the same after this episode. I wasn't the same after playing this part in the game. This scene, the scene with Joel stuck with me for, I want to say, like at least a couple weeks. It was a really tough scene to watch and play, and it was a tough scene again to see this episode. But yeah, so we're going to talk about that scene first, guys. So first of all, I think the writers' decision to give a little bit more of Abby's backstory at the beginning of the season in order to allow people to empathize with her, I think they had the right idea. However, I don't think that's worked out in her favor. After this episode, for sure, I think Abby is going to be hated, definitely. But I just hope people separate that from the actress, because the actress did an amazing job. But yeah, ain't nobody sympathizing with Abby after this episode, at least not at the moment. But that is kind of the intention. You're not really meant to empathize with her and understand where she's coming from until later on in the game, and I assume later on in the series. First of all, a couple things that they changed from the game. In the game, they didn't actually have the whole horde attack on Jackson, on their settlement, the way they did in this episode, which we're going to get to that later. Instead, the horde was further on the outskirts, you could say, and it was Joel and Tommy who rescued Abby, not Joel and Dina. And so it was Joel and Tommy that ended up getting lured back to Abby's house where, the infamous scene happened. And so, but I think that the changes in this episode weren't bad at all. I think that having Dina there was, made the scene just as impactful, and her being put to sleep in that way, not knowing if when she woke up again she was going to see Joel, like that, that must have been really difficult for her. Actually, I would have liked to see her reaction, like immediate reaction to waking up and realizing that Joel had been killed. But I think they wanted to honestly save that scene for Pedro and Bella, Joel and Ellie, and that's what it should be, because pretty much they are the heart of The Last of Us, right? Their relationship is the heart of everything, and so I think that they really needed that moment to themselves after Joel's death. Yeah, it was just so devastating to watch. You could really tell that Pedro was fighting to stay alive, and even when Ellie told him to get up, as she does in the game, in the show you actually see that he's trying to get up, and which just makes it all the more heartbreaking. Bella and Pedro, they both put on an amazing performance. I definitely don't think there were a lot of dry eyes watching this episode, and I know for a fact if I were seeing this for the very first time and I didn't know it was coming from the game, like I would have probably been bawling right now because even still it's emotionally impacting me even though I knew it was coming. But yeah, and it just makes you really think back to last episode, and I think that was the intention of the writers, which was to have Joel and Ellie start off on such fractured terms, if you will, bad terms, because they knew it was leading to this moment, and they knew that it would feel so much more painful given what we saw Ellie and Joel go through last episode, and then only to have him killed off this episode. I am hoping, and I do think though, that she did come back to the porch during that scene. They showed her walk by last episode. I do think that she did go back to the porch after to have a conversation with him, especially because at the beginning of this episode, she does say that they're on good terms. So, and she even wanted to go out on patrol with him. Yeah, that's also another way they could have done it. If they had Joel and Ellie go on patrol, then it would have been Joel and Ellie going to Abby's friend's house. So yeah, that would have been something as well. But yeah, it's just, and you know, Abby also reveals to Joel and to the audience everything regarding why she's killing him. And the one secret that they kind of left until this scene though was the fact that the surgeon from last season that Joel killed was Abby's father. They did not tell us that from the first episode. They only showed Abby and her friends in front of the Firefly grave. So it was nice that they at least left that kind of a surprise for this scene. Now it definitely makes sense why she has the motive she does. Not only were all her Firefly colleagues killed by this man, but her father, right? And so that's enough to make her want to set out on her quest for revenge, you could say. And then we'll see also Ellie will be setting out on her own quest for revenge because now Abby just killed Ellie's father, right? That's what's so ugly and beautiful about the story from The Last of Us 2, the video game, and as we're seeing unfold in season 2. It really is a story of revenge and hate, whereas the first game in the first season was a story more about love and purpose, you could say. And I feel like Joel did what he did, killing the Fireflies to save Ellie. He did that out of his love for her because she had finally given him a reason to live. She was the one that filled the void left by the loss of his daughter. Everything he did for her was out of love. And now in part 2, in season 2, we're gonna now see what revenge looks like and what hate looks like, the opposite of love. But ironically, both of these women, both Abby and Ellie, are seeking revenge and doing something ugly. Or Ellie, you'll see she'll do some pretty ugly things. They're doing it in the name of love for the person that they lost. Everything in The Last of Us led up to this moment, and just to see Joel go out like that, he went out the way he did and suffered and endured what he did because of something else he did, which was out of love for Ellie. So ultimately he died for Ellie. Like, he took the ultimate sacrifice, made the ultimate sacrifice, and that's what makes it so painful. It's funny because this part was not in season 1, but in the first game, Bill says something to Joel.
Seriously, you gotta take that kid back to where you found her. You keep babysitting long enough and eventually it's gonna blow up in your face. You ain't gonna make it.
When you think back to those lines in the game and you see what's happened to Joel now, Bill was right. And in the show, obviously Bill had a different story with Frank. But in the game, Bill essentially chose to sacrifice love for life. He was of the mindset that if you love someone, eventually it's gonna get you killed. It's better to just have no connections with anybody and just be on your own by yourself. So he sacrificed love for life in that sense, in game Bill. But what Joel did was he essentially sacrificed life for love. And that's what we saw unfold in the scene. So painful. But yeah, I just want to say I think that was a really well executed scene, no pun intended, and I think both actors did a great job, Pedro and Bella, and also I gotta say Caitlin did well also. Yeah, it was such an emotionally heartfelt scene. You could also see that Abby's friends looked disgusted with her, for lack of a better word. They were looking at her like, what are you doing, girl? And you could tell Abby kept changing the plan as well. First she made it seem like, we'll just corner one of the patrols and we'll just tie him up and make them tell us. Well, no, we'll just bluff. We're not actually going to make them talk to us. And now you're kind of seeing, you know, Abby doesn't necessarily do what she says she's going to do. And we'll see how that kind of plays out later on in the season. Will Abby's friends even turn on her? How will they feel? And they also were the ones that didn't want to go through with this once they saw what they were up against. And Abby essentially kind of put them in that position. But Ellie doesn't care. All she cares about is the fact that Abby killed Joel and all the people that were there. So yeah, so we have to see what Ellie does going forward. Yeah, anyways, this scene is just gonna be on my mind all week, guys. The other major moment in the episode obviously was the infected fight. That was absolutely epic. And I will say, I think that scene was even better than how it was in the game when you had Abby running from the horde. Seeing the attack on Jackson was just crazy, as you could see from my reaction. That's all I kept saying. This is insane. There were just so many of them, and I love the fact that we're getting scenes like this because in many instances you can kind of forget that the infected are still very much a threat, and I think every now and then we need to be reminded of that. That was one of the criticisms from the first season, was that maybe there weren't quite enough infected. Well, we're definitely off to a good start when it comes to that this season so far. Definitely a lot of infected, and yeah, the infected are so important because they are the common enemy. In that moment, yes, Abby had her intentions with Joel, but in that moment, whether you were Abby and her friends, or you were Dina or Joel or Jesse or Ellie or the residents of Jackson, you all had the same enemy, and that was the infected. So oddly enough, the infected, as frightening and as deadly as they are, they're the one unifier of the human race. So yeah, that was just to see them come together and defend Jackson and fight against this horde was incredible. And actually, I mentioned in my reaction, it definitely reminded me of Game of Thrones in a way, defending the wall against the White Walkers, so that was pretty cool. And then of course in the fight you saw one of the guys, his flamethrower got kind of knocked over because he got knocked over by the infected, and then he started a fire, and not to mention the residents got bit, so they had to be killed, which was, you know, crazy. They probably lost a lot of people now, and I think now they're probably gonna have to let more people in, which is what Maria and Joel were talking about last episode. That's chilling because she was talking about how they're not building fast enough, and now they're really going to have to rebuild because the infected did a lot of damage. Now that leaves them open and susceptible to other attacks, whether it be from other infected or potential raiders, because their wall basically got broken through. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough road ahead for them, repairing from that and also dealing with what happened with Joel. The community was just wounded in multiple ways in this episode, both in the infected and what happened to Joel. But yeah, we had some epic fight sequences. I just lost my shit when Tommy defeated the bloater. That is exactly how you're supposed to do it in the game, and that's why you want to be very careful with the supplies you use. You really want to save your Molotovs and your flamethrowers and your shotgun ammo and rifle ammo, because when you encounter a bloater, that's when you're gonna need it. And so yeah, that was just epic all around. Some other side notes: at the beginning of the episode, I did like how we got to see Jessie go get Ellie from her room, because that was a scene from the game that I thought they weren't going to keep based on last episode, because I thought they replaced Jessie with Dina. They showed Dina get Ellie for patrol instead of Jessie. But I'm really happy they included it this episode, because that was funny, and it kind of speaks to who Jessie is too. He's definitely like more of the lighthearted one, and he brings a very positive energy and vibe to the Jackson community, and I really am looking forward to seeing his relationship with Ellie as well. They're really great friends. We also got the famous weed scene as well, but of course they changed that from the game, because in the game it was Ellie and Dina that found the weed, and in the show they had Jessie and Ellie. Even though there were differences, it all led to the same tragic conclusion. On one hand, they had victory over the infected and the dogs saved the day, and on the other hand, they suffered an unimaginable loss of Joel at the hands of Abby in one of the most brutal ways that a person can die. And so she cannot get away with that. We have to now go after her, guys. And we got to see what they do with Abby and where Abby's even gone now. Those are just my initial thoughts, guys. You let me know down below in the comments, as always, what you thought of the episode. Yeah, just incredible. This season is going to be a wild ride. I just know that for sure. As always, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time for an all new episode of The Last of Us. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.